Welcome back to my channel. You can see I have question 4 or question 1B, WASC 2009 or WAEC 2009, May June. I have this diagram to be set up, and the question says you are provided with 2-meter rules, 2 knife edges, optical pin, a known mass, and other necessary apparatus. Then I have all this being set up in order not to waste our time. This is what is called a knife edge. This is the meter rule. You can see I have a wooden block like what we have in the diagram. This is the setup. The rotor stand holding the second meter rule and the other edge of the block. In one of my videos, I told you that you must read the question and understand what is in the question. We are to affix the pin at 50 centimeter mark of the meter rule. 50 centimeter mark of the meter rule. Let's check. This is it here. You can see it at 50 centimeter mark, well monitored and tied, pointing in the direction of the meter rule. Also, you are to place the knife edges at 17.5 and 82.5 cm marks respectively. Yes, you see it there? Observe it. Seems it's a bit, yes, it's not there. Then at 82.5, can we see it? It's there. Then we'll proceed to the next thing. Record the distance D between the knife edges. That is, you are to note what is between the 2 knife edges. This gives us 65 cm. 65 cm. So that is where our first calculation comes from. From the question, I can deduce that the first range is between 17.5 and 82.5, and the repeated values take place at 20 and 80, 22.5 and 77.5, 25.0 and 75.0 marks respectively. Why D happens to be the difference between 82.5 and 17.5, which gives me 65 earlier on, and which I can easily compute here like this. Don't forget the units, cm. Range are in cm. So I have 60 followed by 55 followed by 50. So my H naught happens to be constant all through, and that one can be, we can have that on the second meter rule where the pointer the optical pin points, and like I have it here is that it's 83 because the scale, you choose the ascending scale, not the descending one, at 83 centimeter. So my H naught is constant in centimeter also. In centimeter is 83, 83, 83, and 83. The question now says we should now suspend M at the midpoint of the meter rule. Suspend M at the midpoint of the meter rule. And M, as is being said, is a known mass. A known mass. For this practical, I will say my own M is equal to 400 gram. 400 gram, which I have on my slotted weight with 100 gram each. You can see my own slotted weight is 100 gram. So I have 4 of it on the hanger, which I now place or anchor. So my first reading with that, let me show it to you very well, is 84.6 centimeter. 84.6 centimeter, that is at 17.5 and 82.5. I have 84.6. Don't forget, you are all in centimeter. Your H equals to also in centimeter. So I continue with the 20 and 80 centimeter. I place my knife edge at 20 and 80 centimeter mark. So I'll replace my slot head weight of normal mass. And what do I have? Eighty-four point two. 84.2. You can see I have 84.2. I'm using pencils for easy cleaning if there is error while writing down the values. That's why I'm using pencil, which I can easily change to pen when you can have a rough sheet while taking the practical, so that by the time you have a neat job. So at 22.5 now, 22.5, also 22, 77.5. I replace my weight. And I have the value at where? 83.7. 83.7 centimeter. So pen it down. 83.7. while I move on to the last of the range in question. So I have it at 25 now. You can see it. Likewise at 75. With my optical pin being placed at 50, so I place back my slot on my known mass. Then I'm having it at 83.1, 2, 3, and 4. 83.4. My age is telling me the difference between 84.6 and 83. What do I have? 1.6. Then 84.2 minus 83. 1.2. 83.7 minus 83 is 0.7, and 83.4 minus 83 to give me 0.4. 0.4, 0.7 respectively. So that is that. Join me while I finish up with the computation, plotting of graph, and finding the slope. What are the necessary precautions that WAEC expects of us? 1. The optical pin must be at 50 centimeter mark and no parallax error in reading the meter rule. That is two most essential parts of it, while others can be taken as being avoid drought. You can always avoid drought, and we will always ensure that repeated reading are taking place.